Okay, Michael, let me introduce Michael first. Michael is the founder of Life Research Wellness, and he's a researcher in environmental wellness and environmental space harmonizing. And he's going to have an additional day on a Thursday. This is the only Thursday that you can hear a talk from Michael. He's going to share how environmental toxicity can affect your overall health and sleep. So let's welcome Michael.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. I've been enjoying all the sharing from all the people who believe in natural therapy, believe in prevention, and believe that the body is capable of healing itself. Just short introduction of myself. I was an electrical engineer with the utility board until 24, or when I was 44, I decided to retire from power engineering. But little did I know that 2 to 3 years down the road, almost similar to Veronica, I was aimless, I was jobless, I was penniless. Yeah, I've used up every cent I have, especially for my doctor education in UK. Then one day I attended a workshop, not to this level, but a very simple workshop, and I was exposed to electromeridian imaging, sometimes known as EAV. And when I got myself measured, I realized that my life force capacity from an engineer perspective, just like our cell phone battery, I was only left with 20%. So that started my whole quest, my research for the next 20 years. So in the coming talk, I'll be talking about how the environment actually can procreate life force, which then provide all the energy for function and for spirituality, for many others. However, the same environment that we live may also be robbing off the support, the life force that meant for all the function to take place, right? Be it food, be it the breath that we take, you still need the life force to be in place. And today, in the modern day 21st century, there are so much technology in our environment that we cannot live without it. Example, we are doing a Zoom now. So in our home, we are exposed to the screen. I just wish everybody who are on the Zoom screen now, please check whether are you on a night mode or on the cinematic screen so that you cut off the Blu-ray. If you have not done that, please switch on your night mode whenever you're on the computer, so the Blu-ray is cut off from your pineal gland, right? So on that day, we'll be sharing all the elements that affect every one of us, voluntarily or involuntarily, from the air we breathe to the light, like some of the speakers have shared the circadian rhythm, right? Today we are living in artificial light, 24/7, and the city are all getting brighter and brighter. Our home is getting brighter and brighter. And in Singapore, of course, many of us live within what we call bright light, which is otherwise white light. And you know, white light, the impact is a lot of Blu-ray, right? Then, of course, water, electromagnetic field. As we know today, we are entering the 5G era, and we are hungry for speed, we are hungry for efficiency, right? And of course, even more damaging that we hardly know of, the Indian community would be more well-versed than the typical Singaporean Chinese community, the Vastu and the geomagnetic. So on that particular day, I'll be touching in depth on how geomagnetic technically affect each and every one of us while we are lying on the bed itself or in the bed. So when you are sleeping, there is a hidden force that is affecting our pineal gland from releasing melatonin. And the moment we are not aware of that, we can do everything, but there is still what we call a leakage somewhere. So you achieve 3 day good sleep, other 2 day, you have other form of challenges. Then we'll be asking why. So we have tried everything, and after 20 years, I only start to realize the challenge we face with modern day technology, the environment, that have a tremendous impact on the health and wellness that we are always searching for, right? So in the picture right in front of you, you can see that the house are affected by the high power tension cable, which we don't see in Singapore because it's all very underground, which make it even more challenging. So you may be having a home that is right above power line. In fact, all our home in high-rise building, we are above a power line, because above your ceiling is your lighting, and your bed could be sitting on top of it. right? Then today, many of us would technically switch off the router, but you cannot switch off your neighbor router. You cannot switch off all the communication in the world, then we'll lose communication, right? So on top of that, you have all the various GPS, yeah, and you have the 5G, and the current economic are already launching 6G into the world for beyond communication for other purposes. And even more challenging is the underground disturbance that we are not even aware of. Just like recently, there was an earthquake, and every time an earthquake occurred, you'll find that Earth electromagnetism will spike anything between 10 to 60 times, right? And this is something that we will be touching deeply into it. So it is very important that before the actual day, for those who are participating, you can actually send us your house plan, especially your master bedroom or the people attending this sleep challenge, so that we can identify whether is there electromagnetic disturbance. And all you need to do is usually by shifting 3 to 4 feet away, or by shifting your head to the opposite side, you start to sleep much more efficiently, right? So that would definitely help those who are into the 21-day challenge. So all we need is a layout plan, your name, your bed, and you draw a circle to identify where you're sleeping. And within the moment we get a plan, plus minus within a week, we'll give you all the report before the actual workshop. Then that will give you ample time to adjust for better sleep, supported or protected against erratic field. Then on top of that, courtesy of Veronica and Energia, we are also supporting everyone who complete the 21-day challenge with a holographic technology developed by my research group to help modulate all the mobile phone. So in the event that you have to leave your mobile phone on, or you're highly dependent on using the mobile phone for work, for Zoom, for online marketing, you will realize that your hand will not go extremely numb when you hold over a long period of time, or even develop, carpal tunnel syndrome and others, simply because the hologram will act as a modulator rather than a blocker. Because when you block a wave, there will be no signal, and your phone will be dead. But with a modulator, all you do is when the wave exceeds the biological, physiological ability to function, it is clipped off. So preventing the whole body from overloading the energetic body itself, right? So that is already with Veron, which will then be provided as part of the complete what we call gift that we are offering to everyone who attend this sleep challenge. So with this, for those who in between before the actual workshop, you can look at the Facebook, which I just did the aging forums for Malaysia property developer and Ministry of Housing and Ministry of Health. That will give you an idea of the overview of the 5 pillars affecting us from the environment: the air we breathe, the light we work with, or the light that we need it, and then the water we drink. Without it, we can't cook, we cannot take anything, we are not sustainable. And then the EMF, which we are highly dependent on it for communication today. So you cannot remove EMF, you just have to find a way to work with it. And then of course, eventually, Mother Earth that gives birth to all our energy. So we need to nourish Mother Earth to nourish ourselves. So with this, I will fully encourage everyone who is participating to send in the plan to Veron, and then we'll give you all your report to enable you to sleep better long before you actually complete the whole program. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, Michael, do you want to share if they are sleeping on the place that is crisscrossed by this geopathic stress?
Yes.
Not only affects sleep, what else does it affect?
Okay, what else does it affect is that when we are sleeping, it is the place where our temple or our body start to restore power, right? Just like a cell phone. Every night we have to charge our cell phone. like it or not, because if not, you don't want to wake up next day where your cell phone left with 5-10%, and you have a whole day to go, and when you're out, you have got no way to charge your phone. Fortunately, as a cell phone, there is something known as the power bank or battery bank, which today many people may carry with us in case there is a power failure, right? However, for human being, we don't have a luxury of carrying a power bank that can charge our body. Although if you visit Veronica at all her center, there is a power charge, right? So that is basically a simple, we call it PEMF, pulse electromagnetic field, similar to a charging plate. So just imagine the bed we are sleeping is a charging plate. We are the mobile phone. Every night we are depending on Mother Earth, the Mother Earth pulse electromagnetic field to charge our body, because the 70 trillion cell, first, just like a DC cell, you may have all the mineral, but you still need a charge to create the capacity. So without the charge, the mineral itself can't work efficiently. So when we start to look at it from an engineering perspective, you have the intelligence, right? Then you have the system, just like a computer, you have the hardware, you also have the operating system in the chip, the processor. And then you have the power bank. So what happened now, if you start to look at it, you remove the power bank, the system doesn't work, the intelligence doesn't work. However, you have the intelligence without the system, just like any processor, you have a chip with all the best software, but without the computer hardware, the chip doesn't work, right? Then you have the power without the system, without the CPU, again, nothing is going to work. So today I have spent the last 20 years concentrating all the research on sustainability, which come from power first. So once the power, just like a car, like a country, when it is restored, then now you need your fuel, you need your economic, you need your hardware, you need your lifestyle, you need your financial, you need your emotional, you need your intellectual, right? So each level are highly interdependent. They are never independent. While they work independently as a single system, but they need the two systems, the intelligence, the hardware, which is the organ system, and the power all to come together to provide the synergistic effect. So in order to restore health and wellness and to enjoy the complete quality, it is more than example, doing exercise, which is very important, or eating correctly, which is very important, sleeping correctly with all the proper bed, pillow, eye mask, it is very important. But the invisible force that is hitting us every night, 8 hours, is something you cannot feel it, something you cannot see it. And that viruses is hitting us in all modern city 24/7, especially if you stay put in one place like your office 8 hours, or your bed 8 hours. So these are the two major places that can create an amazing imbalance in the entire energetic field.